Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. The stuff I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This also happens to be my early dinner. So, hopefully it's good. I mean, hopefully it's good all the time, but, especially when, it's going to be the thing that I eat for the day. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always have to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, boom, it's my Mudvayne shirt. One of my couple Mudvayne shirts. See, it's all sort of comic book stylized with the various members and stuff. I like Mudvayne. I've seen them live twice. I was actually kind of surprised. I mean, it wasn't like a thing that I learned recently, but, back probably like late teens, early 20s. Early 20s. I was really surprised when I found out that Mudvayne was from Illinois, which is the state that I happen to be in. Like, I kind of feel like I like Mudvayne, but I kind of feel like they underrepresent us as a state, It's like, like, for instance, it's like you got Slipknot, Iowa. Those two things go perfectly together. Lots of bands from California, New York. I feel like, where's the love? And, and of course, that's not entirely fair. And actually, when I saw them perform live, I've seen them twice now, they definitely showed a huge amount of love to the Illinois crowd, and, it was extremely cool. So I like them quite a bit. They're not my favorite band or anything, but I like them, and, they put on some pretty great shows, and, if you get the opportunity and you're kind of that musical persuasion, give it a go. They're really cool. Hey, oh, by the way, I also have some videos of said performances that I've attended. Those are also on the channel, just in case you're interested. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? It is my dinner, so, well, folks, I hopped on back to KFC, as it were, because we're reviewing a new item. Boom! Boom! What is it? This is their brand spanking new smashed potato bowls. Basically think they're famous bowls, but yeah, different. This is just their basic one, which consists of seasoned french fries, creamy mashed potatoes, warm cheese sauce, savory bacon crumbles, and topped with a 3-cheese blend. Now, like I said, this is their... Ooh, okay. And then let's see if we can get a thing for the thing. Ha 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 ha! That says okay. So, when I went to the KFC to order this, I was like, hey, let me please get one each of your smashed potato bowls. Because you can get it with nuggets or without. And the guy was like, well, no, dude, we only have the one. So, I was like, because I'd looked it up online, and actually, like, this is so new that I believe it just came out yesterday at the time that I'm doing this. Like, this is an extremely new thing. So I did have to clarify with him. But you can get it without the nuggets or with some. And yes, I did get one with the nuggets, and yes, I will be reviewing that after this. So, I mean, I like a famous bowl, so let's try. We got some mashed potatoes, some cheese sauce. I mean, let's try to just get a little bit of everything in this. I mean, that's good. I'm not gonna lie, that's really tasty. Let's see, can we get... I mean, there's no way this wasn't gonna work. It works for the same reason that the famous bowl works. Because, for all intents and purposes, all you're doing is taking stuff that KFC pretty much already does and slapping it all together in a bowl. About the only thing that's really different is like the bacon bits, because you don't typically associate bacon with KFC. And then as far as like the creamy cheese and 3-cheese blend. It's nice, man. I don't know if it's... I would imagine it's probably at least based off of the same cheese that they use like for their macaroni. But it does have a little bit different of a flavor. It has a little bit more oomph to it. If you watched, I did a review of, because they released a bunch of wraps, and one of them was a macaroni and cheese wrap. If you watch my review on that, I have some strong opinions about KFC mac and cheese. Go watch that review if you're interested. But yeah, man, it's good. The bacon bits taste nice. Give a little meatiness. I mean, with this being the one without the nuggets, that's pretty much where where the meatiness is coming from. Oh. But yeah, it's good and it's tasty. There's nothing for me to dislike about this. It is ridiculous and a little bit decadent, and I'm down for it. I like potatoes and things, and this is basically just celebrating their two major potato things. The mashed potatoes and their seasoned fries. I will say, I will forever lament the loss of the potato wedges. We did kind of get them back through Wendy's breakfast, but man, oh man. My dad, he used to go out to KFC. He would get me just a whole box of those things, man, just for me, because I would just wolf those things down. But yeah, this is really good. Again, it was going to be, because it's just a bunch of shit that KFC already does. Toss it in a bowl together. I mean, it's really just kind of a question of, do the individual elements work together? Well, let's see, you've got cheese, bacon, potato. Yeah, I think those work together pretty well. Just, off of reputation alone. And, I mean, yeah, it's a nice mix of textures and flavors, and yeah, man, I'm down with it. Now that all said, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yeah, and yeah. Certain things aside. Now, I will say, like I said, I do have the one with the nuggets. That's going to be the next review I do, so tune in for that one, I guess. I'm probably going to like that one more because it's just, I presume, just going to be that plus chicken. But even just as a standalone thing, maybe if you're, for me personally, while I probably am going to prefer it with the chicken, just like if it were just that, minus the chicken, it's still good. And I probably would go more for the nuggets one for the added protein and such, but yeah, man, I mean, I'm down with it. And if I'm recommending it to somebody, for one thing, it is nice that it is an option that you can get it without the nuggets, because maybe you just don't want chicken. Maybe that's just, maybe you're that person. It's available, that option. But basically what this comes down to, whether or not you're going to like it, is do you like KFC? Because it really is just same reason why the Famous Bowl works. Just let's take what KFC already does, slap it in a bowl so it's easier to eat. Bob's your uncle. I have an Uncle Bob. But that's the thing. So, I mean, it's obviously a little bit different spin from the Famous Bowl, but it works, man. It's tasty, and at least while it's around, I don't know if it's going to be a limited time item or not, but I'd say give it a shot. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly Famous Bowl-tastic rest of your life. Because for people like me who are old enough to remember when the Famous Bowl first came out, boy, oh boy, did everybody laugh at that. Because it basically was just, KFC came out with a portable trough. And we all laughed, and we all, thought we were all so high and mighty, so much better than the Famous Bowl. And here we are now. The Famous Bowl's been going strong for, probably close to 20 years now or something like that. And we still fucking buy the damn thing. We all eat from the trough. But anyway. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But What you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. Try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and bullshit. And, sometimes we're faced with situations where we don't really have any better options other than just having to kind of step up to it. And when we do, it's important that we go over there, at least try. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you are an early adopter of the famous bowl. Maybe you were like the scientist in the very beginning of the anime Gadgard, or not Gadgard, Daigard, which if you know that anime, kudos to you. It's not particularly well known. Where basically, when the famous bowl became, super successful, you were just laughing maniacally in the background as the world burned. And if you were that person, well, kudos to you. In the case of Daigard, it was a scientist who was going over there, he'd predicted that there were going to be giant monsters that were going to come attack us, and nobody believed him, thought he was insane. And, this isn't quite as bad, but, famous bowl and, degradation of human integrity, Or conversely, go watch Daigard. It's pretty cool. Daigard specifically. Gadgard, not so much. Not so much. I need to rewatch Gadgard. I keep wanting to like it. Anyway, bye.